Morning, everyone. I am the state senator from the 48th, and you are in the 48th, so welcome to my district. I have to say I'm seriously excited to be here today, even though I'm the only lone Luddite in a room full of tech-savvy people. I guess I'm going to have to take the TED Talk training. I think I need that. But I want to tell you, it's such an honor to be here. I was at this conference last year, and I remember the excitement in the room and what an honor it was to speak then. It was such an eye-opening experience to listen to the women and their stories and the challenges that they face in the tech industry. And we know that there are unique challenges that women face in this area. In fact, they face them in all professions, quite honestly. And last year, I shared my own story about facing hostility in the one and only programming class I ever took in college. Yeah, you might remember that one. That's where I created a software program that had an eternal loop in it. So as it spit out all the paper, I turned to there were only guys in the computer lab, and asked for help. And a guy turned around and he said to me, "You don't belong here." So I left, and I have to tell you that was such a negative experience that impacted me so much that I redirected my efforts. I went into the legal field, and as I said then, now I sue companies that hire guys like that.
It's dry.
What is happening right now?
And while times have changed a bit since I took that class, I think they haven't changed enough. We still know that in this room there'll be stories of women feeling unwelcome in the tech industry. You know, this really starts at the elementary level, and I do mean that literally. Girls want to go into the STEM field. They have the skills and the talent to succeed in STEM. And it's incumbent upon us, both as a community, a society, as corporate leaders, as business leaders, as elected officials, to remove the barriers that they face so that they can get into STEM. I don't need to cite the statistics to this audience that illustrates the depths of the problem that we're facing. You all know them. What motivates me in public service is to find solutions to these problems. Working together with organizations like Women in Cloud. And can we just give it up for them? And Chaitra and Karen, I mean, all of you. What an amazing organization. Working with Women in Cloud and other stakeholders who are fighting for opportunity and equality for all women. I'm in my 5th year as a state lawmaker, and I can tell you that you are represented by some of the best and the brightest. And I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about people like Representative Tana Sen, who last year led the effort to help pass the Equal Pay Opportunity Act. And that is going to empower more women to advocate for the wages that they deserve and to put them on an equal playing field with their male counterparts. That was a hard-fought battle, and I can tell you that that was the first step that we took. We also passed a bill to get more girls and underrepresented students into the STEM fields, a bill sponsored by Representative Lisa Callan from Issaquah. And right now, the state doesn't have good data about which schools are teaching computer science and what they are teaching their students. Rep. Callan's bill will require all 295 school districts to report back to the state with the kind of high-quality, comprehensive data that we need to develop good public policy around reaching our STEM goals. And last year, we adopted a once-in-a-generation Workforce Education Investment Act. That included over $60 million to boost community and technical college faculty salaries in high-demand fields like computer science. The same act also boosted funding for the STARS program, which supports engineering and computer science students from low-income, first-generation, and underserved backgrounds. But there's still more to be done. And just yesterday on the Senate floor, we passed a bill, Senate Bill 6037, that's related to gender diversity on corporate boards based on a comply or explain approach, or as I like to say, comply or shame. I'm Catholic, I'm kind of used to that. But it's an approach that's already used in several countries. And what it means is that we want to encourage corporations to put more women on their boards. And if they don't explain why, you haven't. Yeah. And while I am happy to say that it passed with bipartisan support, we still had 14 senators who voted against it. And in doing so, I heard some of my colleagues repeat outdated talking points about gender. And I even heard one colleague talk about this bill being an outrage. And I'll tell you what outrages me, is that women make 78 cents on the dollar to a man. That outrages me, and it goes down. If that's for a white woman. If you're Latina, it's 43 cents on the dollar. That outrages me. What outrages me is that women still face sexual harassment and sex discrimination in the workplace every day. And I know because I've practiced in that area for over 30 years. That outrages me. And you want to know the way we correct these things is by putting women in positions where the decisions are being made, and that's putting them on corporate boards. So last year, as Chaitra pointed out, I had the honor of introducing a resolution on the Senate floor, recognizing the tremendous work and contributions that Women in Cloud provides to our community. I plan on doing that resolution again this year, on March 8th, and hopefully every year after. This is such an important issue that is so near and dear to my heart. Taking the time on the Senate floor to recognize the great work that these organizations like Women in Cloud are doing, it helps keep this issue top of mind when policymakers are making decisions about the laws and the direction the state is going to take. So I want to close today by emphasizing just how incredibly important your voice is in the legislative process. You know how powerful your voice is already by being a part of Women in Cloud. You make a difference in your industries and your communities every day, but your voice is also needed in Olympia. Your elected leaders do get your messages, and they do listen. Your voice matters, so please use it. Often, frequently, by mail, by this kind of mail, by email, by telephone, by whatever means, social media, please reach out to your elected officials. And I want to thank you again for the opportunity to come and help celebrate with you and the great work that this organization is doing to bring equity into the tech field. And I want to thank you for the opportunity to share some of what we've been doing down in Olympia. We do know that there's more work to be done, and I always say that there are good ideas everywhere. So if you have an idea that you think will help bring equity into the tech world or into business in general, please let me know. And together, we're going to pave a way of success for the next generation. Thank you so much for having me.